Good morning. Mike Martin here, talking to you about your great idea to grand opening. So I had two clients this week, three clients rather, that have all been able to reach out and to take advantage of the pointers and recommendations that I'm giving. And it's just so meaningful, and I am joyful that they are taking the right steps to succeed in opening their storefront. So we have one that I've been working with actually for a couple of months now and help them evaluate spaces. They were trying to get the right space after looking at probably 20 or more. They came to me and wanted me to look closer at some of the retrofitting. One was a previously used space, one was a new space, and they now have started lease negotiations on one, and we're moving into the project budgeting step. And they are shocked at pricing. We don't know if the project is going to be feasible. And so we've been passing some things back and forth. They're doing their homework. And now I believe we're going to sit down and look at this closer. And so what this is going to lead to is, rather than the ideas in their mind, right, and their words and their maybe attempts to sketch things, we're going to have to get to the next step, which is the level of construction and the FF&E, the furnishings, fixtures, and equipment that'll go into this. We have a budget of around $40,000 earmarked for equipment, and that now looks like it may be as much as $100,000. Now, they haven't purchased anything. This is just through research, okay? So it's eye-opening. The requirements for health department, some of the things they were not aware of. They wanted to leave a lot of these areas exposed, which sometimes you cannot do with health department, some of the food related areas. Have another client that has reached out. It's a very small space, but they are on a low budget and wanted to find out about code compliance items. Any further engineering. Now that is huge. They have not signed the lease, so kudos. And that is, I'm just looking here, that is Justin, who sent that in to me, Justin Ward. And so unlike Mario's, the first client, this client is looking for specifically code compliant items. It's really small. There's not a lot of work, so it's not a huge budget. The first project was order over $250,000. This one is just in the I think 5 figures. But there are some code issues they're unaware of. We're going to look at this over the next 48 to 72 hours. And then lastly, met with the client who is about to hire me and sign the lease. Now, been talking to this client for a while, but the sooner the better. This one, I have not looked at the space until now, and there are some things that we'll probably be able to, I don't know if we can help them with at this point, but some interesting things have popped up with regard to the lease. And so, it's all of these steps, right? In this one, there is a future tenant. There's a vacant space above them. And so this is Jason's project, and Jason and Megan. And so above them, there is a vacant space. And so they were unaware that all of the stubs for utilities for that space are down below in the ceiling of their first floor space. So you have raceways for all the low voltage. You have the plumbing. So anywhere there's plumbing, it's not a big deal to see that because they have an exposed ceiling down on their first floor ceiling, overhead space. But the disruption, okay? So now I'm explaining to them, educating them on the future construction will take place once they're moved in. If someone comes upstairs to move in, let's say they want a break room sink, all the restrooms and things are compartmentalized and they're already in the shell. But just a simple break room sink, something like that, water drinking device, station. Now they're going to be disrupted. Someone's going to come in, make the noise, possibly make the mess. They'll need to move their items so someone can get up and work on that ceiling. So maybe things like proper notice before that work takes place, limited hours of construction, maybe impact. So like cleaning, some financial reimbursement for cleaning everything or any damage they're covered on. And then, any noise or nuisance during that construction, because now they can't make phone calls, maybe they can't function in their space, have guests. So eye-opening for them. And so all of these steps, these are the things that you should be taking if you're thinking about opening up your storefront or brick and mortar. Like I say, 12 months ahead of time, should be doing the proper planning, and that starts with your bubble diagram and sketching. Figure out exactly the spaces, square foot area that you're going to require. Don't forget hallways, wall thicknesses, all that stuff, and add about 20% in there. And then don't take any more space than you need to. Don't make these rooms any larger. Make them the bare minimum in terms of size. Let's just get you through the first 3 to 5 years of your business successfully. And then it's all those, finishes, furnishings. We can identify those soft costs, okay? Because only you can do that. The construction will be a little bit more definitive to identify. So I hope I've helped you today, guys, guardians of your great idea, so we can get it to grand opening. I hope this has helped you. Please subscribe and like. I hear a bunch of you are watching these, but I don't see a bunch of likes or subscriptions. So please do that so you'll know these are coming. I'd like to do them live pretty soon. As I say, keep loving what you do in your business and keep enjoying life. We'll talk soon.
Audio Jungle.